Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I put out a video where I told you to stop wasting your money on hiking and backpacking gear. And that got a lot of reactions from the crowd. And some people even went to the extent of saying that I was just another angry millennial upset that I couldn't afford nice things. Well, first off, let me say thank you so much, because I am far too old to be a millennial, so I find that flattering. About being angry about affording nice things, that's not my point at all. What I was trying to get across is you don't want to buy gear until you know what your style of hiking or backpacking is. But in full disclosure, I wanted to show you guys some non-essential luxury items that I carry with me whenever I'm out backpacking or hiking. And they are purely for creature comfort purposes. First non-essential luxury item, a chair, right? This is the Helinox Chair Zero. I don't carry it with me all the time, but if I know I'm going to be hiking in an area where it's going to be too wet, too snowy or muddy to sit down comfortably, I always bring my chair with me, because why not? Guys got to sit, might as well sit in comfort. Let's talk about the ultimate in non-essential gear. This is the Fozzel brand Snap Fold Bowl. Do I need it? Absolutely not. If I'm cooking, I usually use my cook pot as my bowl. But this thing is awesome. It lives in my backpack all the time, regardless of whether I'm going to use it or not. Not only is it a bowl, it's a cutting board, and it can be used as a sit pad if you've got a muddy log that you don't want to put your rump on and you didn't want to carry your chair for the day. Only a couple of bucks. I think it was like $9. Lives in my pack. I've had it for about 2 years now. Love it. This is a bit of a controversial item. Some folks will tell you that it is absolutely essential to have a GPS. I disagree. I'm not saying don't bring one, but I disagree that it's an essential tool. You can have a map, you can have a compass, that's all you really need. But for peace of mind, I make sure I always carry my Garmin InReach Mini with me if I'm in an area that I know I'm not going to have decent cell signal, or I'm hiking in more of a dangerous, isolated area where the inevitable danger could happen, and boy would I be glad to have it. I've never actually had to use it. I hope to keep it that way, but I've got it just in case. So again, luxury gear, not essential, and I love to have it with me. And how about this? I always have a pocket knife with me. I always actually have two pocket knives with me. There's one that lives in my pocket, and then I've got a mini Swiss Army knife that lives in my emergency kit. I'm a firm believer that you can never have too many knives. Some days, I never pull it out of my pocket. Other days, I use it non-stop. You may have also noticed that I tend to have a bandana with me at all times. Is it a luxury item? I don't know, but I know it's a non-essential item. But for me, it's a must-have. The bandana works for just about every purpose you can think of. You can use it as a wrap around your neck to try and catch sweat. You can use it to wash up in a creek or a stream. It's a great filter if you're trying to filter water into your pot to try and get some sediment out before you boil it. It's just an all-around good tool. Non-essential, but a must-have for me. Okay, so the next two items might seem a little frivolous, and they are, but that's why I call them luxury non-essential gear. I always keep with me in my pocket some lip balm. The lip balm is fantastic on a hot summer day when your lips get dried out and chapped. Or if you're like me, when your heart rate gets elevated, your breathing gets enhanced, you tend to shift and breathe through your mouth, which then causes a dry lip to happen, regardless of the weather. So I keep lip balm on me. That way I don't ever have chapped lips. Then the last and most frivolous of them all is a flosser. Now, I've talked about this in the past. I always have a flosser on me, and then there's also a couple in my emergency kit. They weigh nothing, they take up no space. And if you snack on trail mix or mixed nuts, you're gonna thank me when you pull that flosser out and you can clean your teeth in the middle of the day. Again, non-essential luxury gear. So my point, folks, isn't that you need to pack a lot of stuff or there's certain things you should or shouldn't have. What I'm trying to get at is pack what you want to make your hike enjoyable. Hike your hike. Don't let other people tell you what you should or should not have with you. I am curious though, let me know what it is that you carry as your non-essential luxury gear when you head out on your hikes. That's it for me. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, I hope you do so now, and I'll see you out there on the trail soon.